2025, police officers were dispatched to a residence in regards to a call of potential domestic dispute.
Bro, I'm out with him in the alley just west of 9th Street, 900 block.
Huh?
What's going on?
We're arguing.
Well, I see that. About what? She's freaking out. Okay.
I don't know.
Did you hit her anything?
Hell no.
Okay, come stand over here for me. Hey, you're not free to go.
I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Put something in his mouth. Put him on the ground. On the ground.
The camera is already recording before anyone speaks. A quiet residential block. Afternoon light. A timestamp blinking in the corner like a heartbeat. What begins as a routine welfare check turns volatile in seconds, not because of violence, but because of pride, fear, and a single decision made under pressure. This isn't a story about good versus evil. It's about escalation, about how authority collides with ego, and how sometimes the most dangerous moment isn't the fight, but the misunderstanding right before it. If you've ever wondered how ordinary encounters fracture into chaos, or how systems react when human emotion slips through protocol, stay with this story. Watch closely, listen between the words. The truth here isn't shouted. It's revealed 1 second at a time. Dispatch comes through flat and procedural. The way it always does, voices trained to stay calm even when the air isn't. A domestic argument, no weapons reported. Afternoon. Residential block near 9th Street. The officer exhales, clicks the radio, and pulls in. Law says presence first, force last. Experience and nothing is ever that simple. The camera light is already blinking. Recording has begun. The house looks ordinary: white siding, a trash bin near the curb, a car cooling in the driveway. The man steps forward before he's asked to, shoulders tight, eyes fixed. His voice rises faster than the situation requires. The officer notes it without comment. Elevated tone. Defensive posture. Training catalogs these things quietly. Somewhere behind the door, a woman's voice breaks, then disappears. Silence follows, and in that silence, the first decision is made, one that can't be taken back. The camera doesn't blink. It never does. They stand a few feet apart, close enough to feel each other's breath. The officer asks simple questions, voice even, eyes steady. The man answers too fast, words overlapping themselves. He wants control back. The officer wants compliance. Neither says that out loud. Eye contact locks in, not hostile, challenging. A subtle shift. This is no longer just conversation. It's a test of who yields first. The woman steps into view, shaking, hands open like she's apologizing for existing. The officer clocks it instantly: emotional distress, possible domestic escalation. Policy allows separation. The man bristles when asked to step aside. I didn't do anything, he says. The officer nods, not agreeing, not arguing. Authority doesn't rush, it waits. But waiting has a cost, and tension, once named, rarely de-escalates on its own. Somewhere off camera, a neighbor's door creaks open. The man shifts his weight, not fleeing, not attacking, just moving too fast, too inward. His hand rises toward his mouth, almost instinctive. Training snaps in before thought. Don't do that, the officer says, sharp now. Adrenaline narrows the world of muscle memory and liability. Evidence destruction, overdose risk. 100 case studies compressed into one breath. The tone changes. The air tightens. Hands grab. Commands stack over each other. The camera jolts as bodies collide. Whatever was swallowed is already gone. Control shifts from dialogue to force, and everyone feels it. The ground rushes up. The next chapter begins there. Knees hit grass, still warm from the sun. The officer calls for assistance, voice clipped, controlled, the way the academy drills it, clear commands. No emotion on your stomach. The man resists, not violently, but stubbornly, like someone refusing to surrender dignity. That distinction doesn't matter now. Policy doesn't measure intent in moments like this. It measures compliance. A second unit's siren cuts the air, growing louder. The woman cries out somewhere. Behind them, her voice thin, breaking through the procedural rhythm. The officer hears it and doesn't focus, locked on hands, jaw, breathing. Spit it out, he commands, not angry, just urgent. Medical protocol now. Custody equals responsibility. If something goes wrong, it won't be forgiven at confusion. It will be documented, reviewed, time-stamped. The backup arrives. Control returns, but trust doesn't. And once trust fractures, the aftermath becomes inevitable. Hours later, the footage is replayed in a quiet room, fluorescent lights, coffee gone cold. Supervisors pause, rewind, slow it down to frames. Use of force policy. Detention standards. The man was released without charges. The woman filed no complaint. Still, the review proceeds. Because procedure doesn't require outrage, only risk. The officer watches himself act, hearing commands without the adrenaline. What felt necessary now feels heavier. The department updates a training memo weeks later, language about pre-custody ingestion, about slowing moments before they tip. No headlines, no discipline, just a small procedural shift buried in policy. The man moves on. The woman does too. The officer keeps working nights. Justice doesn't arrive as relief, it arrives as documentation. And when the camera clicks off, what remains isn't victory. It's the quiet weight of knowing how close everything came to going wrong.